Hey guys, let me put this up here so I don't have to hold it. Oh, please just work. Perfect. Oh, it feels so good to have my natural hair. Yes, Lord. I washed my hair today. It felt amazing. Now I just got to get these lashes off. But anyway, that's not the point. What I look like is not the point. I just had a quick message and I thought it was important to share. They're my thoughts on proper prayer. And this is just a snippet of my thoughts. And this is not a whole live on the totality of prayer. This is just my thoughts in this particular moment. So I definitely have the desire, right, to be in a romantic relationship. I desire to be married. I desire to have a good man. I desire to start a family. Cool. I talk to my grandma, and every time I talk to my grandma, she brings up in kind of like this tone of pity, like, I'm so sorry, like you've not had a chance to say I do, or you're not married yet. You got to find a man, find a man, find a man. And I'm like, Grandma, I understand. Like, I desire that too for my life. I get it. I'm good though. So we got into this whole conversation about prayer, and she was talking about, don't mind my lashes, y'all. She was talking about prayer and, pray and keep praying about it. I told her no. No. I'm not going to keep asking God the same thing over and over. And this is my thing when it comes to religion. And this is why I don't so much subscribe to religion. I think we get things mixed up, right? And I start to think out of the context of certain things. And I try to think beyond it, right? So I told her no. She didn't understand why. She was like, see, you got to do this and do that. And you got to keep praying and keep asking and ask with your whole heart. I'm like, Grandma, I didn't know that. I've fasted, I've prayed, I've scriptured, I've prayed from my heart, I've done this, I've done that. Blah, blah, blah. I did all of the performances necessary and required for God to bring into my life. And as she was talking to me, I actually started to feel bad. It actually started to remind me of my old relationship with Christianity that wasn't working for me. I started to feel sad, and I have to go with the way I feel. My body and the way it reacts is the best indicator I've got to move left, move right, shut it down. What are we doing? Double look. I'm very in touch with my body. So I noticed I started to feel bad. And as she kept talking about the praying that I needed to do and just pray with your heart. And when I met your grandfather, I prayed, that God would send me someone to care about me and all this stuff. And of course, I want to have somebody that cares about me. I have the same sentiment. I'm a single woman who desires a loving relationship. Of course, I want somebody to care about me. And I'm so glad that my grandmother got to experience that. But where I started to go downhill in my energy about it is, first of all, some people have gotten comfortable with talking about God like God is this thing outside of us. I'm fully aware that God is within me. We can't say God is within you, God lives within you, and then turn around and be like, ask God, as if it's this outward thing of somebody, ask with your heart and keep asking so he'll give it to you. And when I stopped and thought about how many times I've prayed, okay, in the old context, for a proper romantic relationship, you know how many years has gone by? And I know time is subjective when it comes to the divine, and time is a construct and all this, but when you're thinking of God as somebody, you're basically telling me to position myself in a level of performance, to ask an entity to bless me with something. And this is the only way it'll happen. And if I don't do that, it's not going to happen. So she's going to pray for me. So what do you think it makes people feel like when they don't get those things? when you pray for year after year after year after year after year and asking year after year after year after year, and I can keep going. I really can. And this God that loves you so much doesn't deliver. But you've done all the things. You prayed with your heart. You prayed and never stopped. And you prayed, pray. So being sucked into her conversation, now I'm going through this in my mind, like, well, what God are you talking about? Does any entity that cares about and govern me really give a shit if you got these things haven't happened? So then I had to catch myself, like, this is that old thing, Jamie. You need to listen to your grandmother, for these are her experiences. This is how she feels. This is what she's gone through. And Jamie, you need to separate yourself from her beliefs and what you know to be true about the God you claim to serve. And by serve, I mean serving self as well, because God is within me. So my newfound approach to prayer really only consists of thank yous. Thank you for protection. Thank you for waking me. Thank you for these resources. Thank you for friends that love me. Thank you for health. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am a walking prayer of gratitude and knowingness and the God that lives within me. We are one. There is no God, can you please? Outside is about to, when you're thinking of it like that, it creates a separation that creates a frustration. And I was feeling it when I was talking to my grandma, and it was making me sad. So I just step myself back and be like, first of all, and we'll stick to this subject, praying for a healthy spouse and family, which is something that I do desire. But my grandma's like, you got to have faith. And I'm like, Grandma, I have faith. I've already made my request known. I operate under the ask and it is given. I don't need to ask and pray. What? If you don't recognize that as a perpetual state of lack, I don't know how people do it. And this is not to get confused with pray without ceasing. I'm cool with that. Like I said, I'm a walking prayer. Thank you, God. Did it. Oh, this. Oh, the wind. Oh, the trees. All of this. Oh my God. My legs work. My mind works. I'm happy. Oh, this text. Oh, this. Just this constant movement and dance with the divine that I'm allowed to have and have given. It gives me permission because God is within me. We're one. God is not something that I'm begging. And God, and just with my whole heart, can you just have mercy? Just forgive me. And just. I'm sorry, but I do not energetically see a way to align with what you desire by performing like that. When I did, when it was like my heart posture and just God and just pray and just keep praying and forgive me and have mercy on me and God, and please just send me a spouse, that was making me sad. I don't need to do that. I'm not desperate. Isn't that giving desperation? I need, and please. And that's a constant message. I don't have this. I don't have it. 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 I don't have. So the universe, God, spirit, whatever you want to say, it's like, no, you don't have it. And you don't have it. And you don't have it. Me, I'm just like, man, this is what I desire. Ooh, this sounds juicy. God, like, this is what my desire. This is what I want. I'm gonna have, this is where I'm at. I'm gonna be a great wife. I'm gonna be a great mother. This is something I aspire to. So what do? I become that. I embody that. I carry the energy of the knowing that that's what it is. It's asking, it is given, not beg. So I've chosen to walk in the power that I know I have. And I'm so glad, because the other side of the coin, I was sad all the time. I now know my power and ability to co-create with the divine because that's how I was designed, clearly because God is within me. So we're doing this together. This is how we roll. Me knowing that I'm a wife helps me discern and move around with the men that I meet in a particular way because I know I am a wife. It's already done. I don't need the ring or a physical 3D man to walk through the door to sit and rest in the knowing of my desire. So therefore, time actually becomes a non-factor because it's already done. Asking it is given, seek and you shall find. So the seekingness in it is the embodiment of my prayer. So I've always got my antennas up on it. Like I'm always very aware of what it might look like and smell like, what I like. And in the meantime, I'm being refined through the process because God is within me. God heard my prayer. We're in this together and I'm being made to enjoy the thing in the 3D because I've already got it here. And now we're doing something. Now the heartbreak looks like one step closer. Now the heartbreaks and the breakups and what didn't work and who's not and what can't and it ain't looks like, okay, more refinement, better decisions. You're right. Because last year I probably would have settled for this. And if I think about the longevity of what my heart really desires, whoop, that wasn't going to work. So everything becomes a learning lesson. Everything becomes a blessing. Everything becomes a better opportunity for me to get the fullness of what I'm actually asking for. Instead of just that other energy just feels so like, and you got to keep asking. No, I don't. But I told her, if you want to pray, you can. I'm a walking prayer. This is not a faithless act. I'm full of faith. I already know. And I move accordingly. And I'm not going to sulk along the way. Do I have my moments? Sure. Who doesn't? It gets lonely. Adulting is hard, but I'm not lonely. I'm alone. But I'm just saying that we all have moments we're human, but I know enough in my soul to know that, girl, you ain't lonely. You got mad friends. You out here. You know you're not about to do this wrong move. Because if you just wanted a man, like if we're being honest, a man is the easiest thing to get. I desire the man that I can actually grow with and build legacy with and all of these things. And for me personally, it requires a little bit more of a maturation of things so that we can align, so I can magnetize, so we can grow together. I don't want just to be with somebody. So when I think of the truth of the matter and how I really feel and the power I know I have, like the human moments are fleeting. There's people in relationships that want to be held at night, just like I do. But the bigger picture is like, what are we really doing? You know, I know what I desire it to look like, and I don't have to beg for that. I will continue to walk in the becoming of it all and be grateful along the way. And time is no factor in this because I already know with all the faith that what's for me won't miss me because I'm aware and open and doing my work to receive. And everything happens for the greater good. So if stuff be taking time, even though time is a construct, you get what I'm saying? Stuff needs to blossom. I could never look at a flower and be like, it is day 8 and you are still a bud, and then start picking at it. What? If you don't just let it be. So anyway, that was my thoughts on prayer. I want us to be, of course I pray. Of course. I pray all the time, you know. I'm just trying to give you the difference between like that begging, wanting energy. God, please. That is lacking faith, in my opinion. So yes, prayer is important, but I want us to be mindful of how we do it and how we submit ourselves to divinity and know that God is within us and this is a co-creation power. And we have to exercise our power as well, or else we wouldn't have it. So, you know, please consider in your prayers that the reason why you may not yet, part of the reason why you may not have what you think you should have, and it's making you sad, both of those things, it may be in the way you're exerting yourself in your petition. It might be that. The fact that you don't have it and it makes you sad, that combo. Because the fact that you don't have it, when you're in full faith and you know ask that it is given, knock and it'll be the door open, seek and you shall find. When you don't have it and you know that, you're good. It's okay. And it doesn't have to look, you know, it doesn't have to look like whatever everybody else's stuff looks like. You don't care. This is my journey. Nobody has this fingerprint, not one soul. Okay. Our journeys are as unique as a fingerprint. So you start to speak to yourself in a way that's not like, it's more like, yeah, like we good, as opposed to the lack of the thing. So anyway, I think you guys get the point. I just wanted to share that, and I feel so much better that I did. So now I'm going to eat my taco and have a good rest of my night. So I hope you got something from this. If you found it to be valuable, like it, share it, comment, send it to a friend. You know what friend I'm talking about, you know? And yeah, let's keep encouraging each other to be great. Love y'all. See you in the next video. Bye.